Yesterday in a video, I talked about Chris Rager, a Dragon Ball voice actor, insulting me after I talked about Vic accusers starting a podcast to talk about their interactions with Vic and the lawsuits stemming from their accusations. And I had a pretty good laugh over him insulting me because what he thinks of me doesn't really matter to me. But hilariously, he's getting ratioed by our community on his posts about me. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month or supporting the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So I have quite a few tweets to show off, but I wanted to start off with this article. It says, Dragon Ball voice actor Chris Rager insults me over my criticism of Monica Rial and Jamie Marchi's podcast. It says, Western anime dub voice actor Chris Rager, best known for his longtime role as Mr. Satan across Funimation's various Dragon Ball projects, recently met my criticisms of Monica Rial and Jamie Marchi's new podcast with a childish and insult-filled tantrum. I'm not really surprised to see that a voice actor is going on social media and attacking fans. Unfortunately, it is something that we see happen quite often. But it says, self-described as their attempt at setting the record straight, Rial and Marchi's In Touch podcast will see the two recount the story of Vic's firing over accusations of misconduct from their perspective as his principal accusers. TLDR, we won, they lost, they can't get over it, they explain on the show's official website. Now it's our turn to tell our side of the story. It seems very unprofessional to basically say, oh, if you don't agree with us, you instantly lost. We're the winners here. You're just mad that you lost. But it says, as words of the podcast's then upcoming premiere began to circulate across social media, I had ended up criticizing its announcement. And this is the tweet that I had put on social media. I said, nothing says I went through the most traumatic experience of my life more than launching a podcast to capitalize on those clicks. And right now it has over 1,100 likes. And like I've said, it's perfectly fine that they're going online to voice their side of the story and experiences because victims of many things do. But a lot of people think it comes across as milking the situation because they're creating a whole podcast to talk about something that they could put into one long YouTube video with a timeline and all the information people need to understand their side of the story. I am all for people telling their sides of the story and situations, but it does come across as milking it. Why do you need a whole podcast to do week after week after week to talk about this situation? And of course, cancel culture vultures ended up coming after me on social media. I did upset quite a few people with this post, and keep in mind, this is just my opinion that I posted. And a few people came after me, and one of the many was Chris Rager, a Dragon Ball voice actor. And throughout my first video and also my tweets on the situation, I didn't go and attack these women. I didn't say that we should cancel them. I didn't make fun of the way that they look or the way that they talk. But Chris Rager decided to stoop that low, and he said in response to my tweet, the most traumatic thing in my life is your hair and your overall cuntiness. Now, I usually don't call out people's grammar because people type things wrong online all the time, but if you're going to attack me, I'm going to call you out. He used the wrong "your" twice, and he stooped to such a low level that I didn't even. I didn't attack him or these women based on their looks, the way that they talk, the way that they act, yet he did that to me. He could have simply said, hey, I disagree with your opinion because of X, Y, and Z, and he could have given reasons, but he didn't. He just decided to take the lowest road possible here. And he tried to get me ratioed because he retweeted it, he had made more comments to people who disagreed with him, and now his post on it is getting ratioed by our community, which I think is truly hilarious. People are saying things like, how pleasant, and this makes you good how exactly? Somebody said, your claim to fame is the most hated guy in Dragon Ball. People are absolutely roasting him right now. How professional of you to handle criticism with an insult. He could have simply said he disagreed with my opinion and he thinks my opinion is garbage, and that'd be perfectly fine. He's allowed to have his own opinion. But to attack me based on things like my hair is pretty freaking low. Somebody said, I doubt Chris would do this shit off Twitter knowing full well it ain't gonna go as well. There is no such thing as an IRL block button buddy. Talk about hypocrisy at its finest. Oh, so stunning and brave. All I did was say, hey, I don't think that it looks good that they went online and made a podcast about this trauma they went through and are laughing the whole way through it. Yet the people defending them are now insulting the way that I look, the way that I talk, and are demanding that I remove my videos. Even this Funimation voice actor insulted my looks and said my cuntiness is traumatic. They are literally saying, oh, because your opinion isn't the one that I agree with, that means that it's invalid. That means I can stoop to a low level and attack you based on the way that you look, which is absolutely disgusting. I'm not calling for him to be canceled. I'm not calling for him to be fired from projects because that's not the type of person I am. But a lot of people are pretty furious over the fact that he's just going on social media, openly attacking people, openly attacking fans. There are people that disagree with me, and hey, that's okay, you're allowed to disagree with my opinion, but there's a lot of positivity here that I really wanted to read. People are saying things like, subs till the day I die, I stand with Vic. Daniel Maloney said, that guy is not a good person, I support you. Somebody said, I get the need to address this kind of comment, but it's best not to feed the trolls, it only encourages them. People are commenting things like, ah yes, personal attacks about appearance, always the sign of a strong argument. You are hair incarnate, probably what he was going for. People are commenting things like, why do they always react with blocking somebody? This is pathetic. And surprisingly, Chris hasn't blocked me. I haven't interacted with him at all besides responding to his initial tweet, but only time will tell. I'm sure that I'll get blocked at some point. Someone had tweeted directly at Funimation and said, real talk though, Funimation, is this how your actors speak about women? And apparently so. Honestly, I'm not that surprised to see voice actors going on social media and attacking fans of their work. They don't really care if we like them or not, as long as we continue to consume products. But I know if I see Chris Rager's name on something now, I'm most likely not going to support it. But that's all that I really had to talk about in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.